Hi you guys, my name is Daniel and today we're talking about the gay French film Théo, Hugo, même bateau, also known in English as Paris 0559, by directors Olivier Ducastel and Jacques Martineau. Okay, so this film tells the story about two guys who met at a sex club in Paris, and when they saw each other they had just a connection, they start having sex and they have just a great time. The thing is that they have unprotected sex and they just realize it once out of the club, and one of them is HIV positive, so then they go straight to the hospital to start treatment. So we follow these guys who spend the night through this and they start a love story out of it. It kind of feels like a lot. The film actually gives you a lot of information, but let's start with the positive stuff. First of all, I think it was a good premise. I know the subject of HIV is really current and common among gay films. However, the approach that they took here, it was different. They did it in a way that it was chronological, so we actually followed this couple on the night that the event happened. And it was a nice and wise way to do the film. We don't get to know about their backgrounds, we don't get to see what's on their minds, we just get to witness this particular moment in their life, the particular night. So it's like a roller coaster of emotions because they started out good, but then they have some troubles when the truth came out. Then they were okay once again and the troubles just continued. So the movie actually has different climaxes and I thought it was a nice touch. Because the love story has gone through so many stuff already in only a couple of hours that we've seen in the film. We have to talk about the first scene with no spoilers. I would just have to say that it was really explicit. I think it's the first time I've seen a scene this explicit in a cinema theater. However, it's well done. I think they just got it right. And actually for me, it was one of the best scenes, if not the best, of the entire film. The colors that they used, it was at a sex club, so it was red and it was black and it was all very well put. Also, we get to see people around them, but they're the center and their connection they felt was real, and they convinced us. As a spectator, I just was convinced of this couple of guys who really just met, but they just had this connection right away. It was really well executed, and once again, one of the best of the entire film. So this is like the positive part of this film. However, I found that it was a little messy sometimes, especially with the characters. I found it that there was a bad development in the characters. There were some dialogues that were really tacky, and somehow they turned out to be really immature. I don't know, for me it was just really disappointing. Even though the actors seemed like really talented guys, I was not convinced with many of the lines that they were saying, just because it felt too much. It felt really imposed. It didn't feel right, it didn't feel truthful, especially some lines from the character of Hugo. They were just too much, it were over the top. For me, it was excessive because it was like being dramatic in moments where you don't need to be dramatic. The whole situation is dramatic enough and they just keep adding stuff like to make us feel how dramatic it is, but they just go in another direction. So you keep the tension out of the whole context. I don't know if you get what I mean. They just lost me. But basically, I would have to say in these kind of cases, less is more. Especially for the people who's watching it. We get it, we understood the problem, but you just keep adding stuff, especially through lines that I found once again tacky. I don't know how I felt about going through the whole city of Paris in the night. I guess it was a nice touch. Sometimes it felt excessive too. These two directors actually shoot in the night, especially because of budget decisions. and I get it and I understand it. And well, I have to just give it out to them. I think it was well done, especially because they tried to put a lot of scenes with not cuts in it. So yeah, you have to forgive a couple things there, but otherwise it's really nice. So for me, it was a good premise how to tell the story about HIV. We've seen it a million times, but this one was different. However, there was a bad development, especially in the characters, but the love story is there. I think the most important thing is that they actually get a couple hours and they just gone through so many things already. The end, I did not like, especially the lines at the end. They were just too much, they were excessive once again. So yeah, I would have to say that this is like a semi-good product with lines that turn out to be real cliche. If you like gay stories, this one definitely is recommended for you. Let me know what you guys thought about it if you've seen it. And this is all I had to say about this film, Théo et Hugo dans le même bateau, or also known as Paris 0559. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like it, don't forget to put some thumbs up and share it. And I invite you also to subscribe to the channel where you can find some reviews of films like this. That is all for today. Thank you so much once again, and I will see you next time.